In this episode, we sit down with Ben Arcari Cook of Landry and Arcari, a third-generation leader in one of New England's most trusted family-run rug and carpet companies, to talk craftsmanship, continuity, and what it means to grow up surrounded by design. Ben Arcari from Landry and Arcari, welcome. You approached me at one of the events, one of the 35 events we had this fall. I called Manny last Thursday and I was like, Manny, I didn't plan my day well. I was in Back Bay and I was turning around and going home to Southborough West to get dressed to go back to Back Bay to the South End. And I was like, what about if I skip? And she was like, Manny, this is not the event to skip. And I was like, yeah, you're right, I should.
What event was it?
For the
Yeah, you can't Hall of Fame.
Yeah, Hall of Fame.
You
can't miss that one.
I'm making an active effort actually to do more events. I'm saying right now I'm in my networking era.
Oh, okay. So. I like that. You're good at it though. You're a natural.
I just like to talk, I think, for better or for worse, because sometimes when you talk a lot, you're like, okay, like, you end up where you might not want to be. But
yeah, well, my 16-year-old Theo took that from me. He's a great kid, but he slept over one of his buddies' houses, and I know the parents pretty well. Uh-huh. And the dad grabbed me. He's like, Theo can talk, and I'm like, yeah. I wonder where he gets that from.
Yeah.
You had just asked me a question. What was the question you asked me? You said
it was draperies, curtains, or window treatments. What's the preferred nomenclature, basically?
Draperies is preferred, but for example, a lot of our clients, right, so this is typical, by the way. My mom, someone's paying her to interrupt the podcast all the time. Every time we start, like she won't be in here, and every time. I think she's been hired by a competitive workroom.
Yes. A competitive workroom podcast.
Yes.
You know it's like
it's a big
business model.
It's a big business model. Every time we start, she comes in.
That's part of the charm.
It's part of the charm. It's part of the charm.
I work with my mom too.
You work with your mom too.
Yeah,
I know. We're gonna have to talk about that. Family business.
Yeah.
No, draperies is really what is the term, but. Like, for example, we both do work for Katie Rosenfeld, right? Mm-hmm. And Katie does a lot of cafe curtains. So cafe curtains are like a shorter. Yeah,
cafe goes like in the middle.
Yeah, in the middle. Yeah. Sometimes like
or
Yeah. In a lot of city settings, we'll do like 3/4 of the window.
Sure.
For example, this happens all the time. There's like a powder room, and there's like a patio right outside. So if you have halfway, sometimes people are walking by and their head is right above the cafe. Yeah. It feels a little awkward. But yeah, sometimes in that situation, we'll go 3/4 of the window.
Okay.
Sometimes I just did a cafe up in Kennebunk, Maine, and we did a full height. So when the people want to see, they split it.
So a cafe isn't a drape. A cafe is a
curtain. Cafe curtain. That's what we call it, cafe curtain, and then the drapery is what the full window draperies. Yeah. And what was the other thing?
What's a treatment?
A treatment is anything on a window. Yeah, a shade.
Like a valance.
A valance is a window treatment. Drapery is a window treatment.
Okay.
All right. So now
I feel like I've learned.
You've learned a little bit about my world. What was the other thing you said? You said draperies, curtains, or
window treatments.
Oh, window treatment. Right. Okay. Yeah.
Somebody said to me like. One time, like, oh, don't use that word when you're talking about this stuff, and I was trying to remember what that word was.
It was I wonder. Yeah, it was something like offensive to them.
They were like, oh no, like if you really know, you don't use that word.
You do not.
So I wanted to make sure I was like not using.
No,
that word. But it sounds like they're all fair
work.
Game.
They all work. The only thing I probably wouldn't do is calling like a big tall pair of draperies like curtains, but you really could though. I mean,
I understand that.
Yeah. Okay. Like you could call big draperies curtains.
I get it.
I try not to be a drapery snob. Do you ever go to friends' houses and like they've gotten some sort of like off-the-shelf rug from some store? And,
yes.
And they're like, don't look at my rugs.
Yes.
This is really embarrassing.
Constantly.
Yeah. Sometimes I go to my friend's house and they're like, don't look at my drapes. This is embarrassing. I don't snob. I don't.
Me neither.
Yeah.
Me neither.
It's whatever people can afford or whatever makes them happy. I prefer that they
making you happy is like
yeah.
The key.
Ben, I prefer they come to me and they say, hey Manny, can you make me a pair of drapes? Like, can you help me out?
Yeah.
I mean, Ben, so I was saying before, I saw you at an event recently, and you were like, Manny, we got to do the podcast together. And I was like, yes. I'm like, Ben is my guy. You know, I love seeing you at these events. We have so much in common. You're so approachable and so warm and kind. But tell me a little bit about, so we just had my mom chatting away while we were trying to do this podcast. That's just the way she is. Tell me about, so your family's business was from 1938.
Mm-hmm.
And you're the third generation in there.
Third generation. So it's a little, I can give you the rundown.
Yeah. Give the rundown.
So my grandfather started the business as it is, in its current sort of like iteration. He bought Landry Brothers Upholstering.
Oh.
The furniture and upholstery, which was in Salem, Mass. He bought that in like 1979, 1980. I don't know the exact time.
Okay.
Previous to that, he's like the best salesperson I've ever seen in my life. Like, he's insane. And he worked for Jordan Marsh.
Oh,
in the rug department.
Okay.
Selling and also doing buying there. And so he had worked there for a number of years. And when it was time to go out on his own, he bought this furniture and upholstery business called Landry Brothers, which had been around since 1938.
I see.
And
I see.
Him and my grandmother bought it, and they introduced rugs. They made it Landry and Arcari. And for a long time, Landry Brothers were involved. And it was full service interiors, actually, at that. They did upholstery, they did drapes, curtains, and window treatment.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And they introduced rugs. So, and then the rugs were what was the sort of like, I think at the time, and this is just sort of my impression, that was a untapped thing in that. This is in Salem, Mass, so on the North Shore.
Yeah.
So the rugs really took off, and that we ended up phasing out the full service interiors. This is way before my time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the beginning of it. My mom and her two brothers had then purchased it from my grandparents, and then my mom and her brother Jeff, my mom Julie and her brother Jeff now own it together.
I think I met your mom at one of the 5 Under 40
She's
things.
cool, yeah. She's up there speaking. That's like her big event. I think I introduced you.
I think you did. You definitely did. Yeah. I definitely met your mom. I may have to have you introduce me again, but at the next event she's at. But I'm probably due to come in. Brianna told me at the Framingham store. She's like, come in. She's one of my buddies.
She is naturally talented.
Very naturally talented.
Yeah.
Yes, she's great at unifying people.
Yeah, she's good.
And she's very warm and inviting. Yeah,
totally,
she's a good person. She said to me, Manny, we're having a sale right now. If you need any rugs, come in.
Of course she did.
But she's right though.
I know. She's great.
Right. That's what you need in your stores, right?
No. She's the best.
And well, my other favorite person from your business is the guy I run into measuring all the time. Who?
Well, for years it was Colin.
Colin is my guy.
Colin's awesome.
Colin is. I would love seeing, and I would see him everywhere. Northern Maine, Vermont, Back Bay, in the Cape, and we'd always get there at the same time.
Yeah.
Hey, Colin, what's up? How you doing? And he was telling me all.
Well, he manages our warehouse now, so he's not in our warehouse and workroom, so he's not on the road as much. And I don't think you are either, right? You're sort of...
I am. They try and hold me off the road because
it's hard.
Yeah.
The road is good.
The road is good. We'll talk about the road in a second, but I am the worst measurer in the workroom. So I measure very well. I have good ideas. I love talking with the designer and if the homeowner's there and figuring out like, how are we going to do this? This and that. What do we want it to look like? How do we want it to work? But the problem is that there's whispers in the office about how bad my handwriting is.
Oh,
yeah.
My gosh.
Yeah. So
that's a universal.
A
universal thing. We have those whispers too.
I read recently that poor handwriting is a sign of brilliance or being a genius. I don't know if you know that.
Well, I don't. It makes total sense.
It makes sense. I mean,
my handwriting's horrible.
So that makes sense. But I always tell them it's like, because I can't write well in the air. So like, the other day they were like, hey, Manny, do you want to try this clipboard? And I was like, nah, I don't need it. And they're like, no, you probably need it.
You need it.
And then the other day somebody came up to me and was like, you should try this AI notes thing. Maybe you can take all your notes through AI and, everybody will know what the heck you're writing and saying. I was like, no, that sounds like a terrible idea.
That's not going to work.
But how did you end up back in the business?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
There was never an exit, but
okay, never.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
So my story is that I like when I was time to get a job, I was probably like 12 or 13 years old, and the first thing, I caddied for a summer.
Oh,
like quote unquote. Caddied.
Not easy in the summer heat.
Yeah, and I was small, and it didn't work, and I was nervous or something. I didn't like to do it. I didn't like to go out. I think you would like show up at the caddy yard.
Yeah.
And like you had to show up early, and like the best caddies got picked first. Yeah. And then like the stragglers would get picked. Yeah. And I wouldn't wait around long enough to get picked. I would be like, wait 20 minutes and be like, well, I didn't get picked, so I'm out of here. Like it just wasn't whatever. So then the next summer I said, can I, like to my mom's like, can I please just like work at the store?
Yeah.
And like we have, if you've never been to the store, there's piles of rugs. Everything's in piles. And when somebody comes in, you have to flip them.
Oh, so people can see them.
Yes. So that's like that's the entry level, one of the entry level like positions is like a rug flipper. And you just basically move the merchandise around. You know what I mean? Move the rugs around.
Yeah.
And help customers. So I started doing that when I was like 13 or 14. Actually, it was the summer in between 8th grade and freshman year of high school.
Okay. Yeah.
And I was doing that, and I liked it. And then my uncle Jeff, who was sort of like my teacher in a lot of this, he was always really involved in, and still is, in antique rugs.
Oh.
In the wholesale antique rug business and retail, of course, because we sell a lot of antique rugs. Mm-hmm. And so I was always kind of following him around to auctions and stuff because the auction business then was very strong. And so as soon as I got my license, he was like, okay, go to this auction and buy this rug for me.
Oh, interesting.
And I was like hooked. I was like, okay, this is for me.
Wow.
Because it's like the best, like the characters that like come out of the woodwork at like a local like country auction, and also like the wholesale rug dealers from like New York City, and there's just it's actually it's kind of a bummer because it doesn't really exist the way it existed when I was first getting into it, like 12, 15 years ago or something like that. And even then it wasn't like it was in the heyday, which was like the 90s. But yeah, it was just I just loved the scene. And I was also getting like into the stuff. Like I was getting into rugs, and I was starting to like pick up what I liked about certain ones and what I didn't like about other ones. And I was by the time I was like finishing high school, like I had thought I wanted to be a musician because I am a musician first. That's like my first passion, basically. Yeah. And I had done programs at Berkeley, like this like summer camps, and I had like a good guitar instructor, and it just didn't. I thought I was going to go to Berkeley, basically. But I decided, I sort of had made a decision when I was like a senior in high school that I was gonna pursue this other thing, because I called it like a work passion, because I was passionate. I was equally passionate about it, but I was passionate about it in a different way. It was like a work passion.
Yeah.
And I sort of was like, okay, I'll keep music for me, and then I can do like this thing. So I made that decision. And then the plan was supposed to be So my mom is the only one that like had a college degree.
Uh-huh.
And she was like, "You're going to go to college." So I said, "Okay."
Yeah.
So I did. I went to Emerson College. And she said, "The other thing you're going to do is you're going to go work somewhere else."
I love that.
And so I said, "Okay, I guess." So but through college, this Emerson is right by the Boston store, so I worked in our store in Boston throughout college,
okay.
and I was all the time learning about the like antique rug like thing, which is sort of a separate thing. It's kind of hard to explain, but so then I graduated, and true family business style. It was like, you're supposed to go work somewhere else, but like we also like, can you help us with,
we need your help.
Or like
right now.
not like, we have a job you could do. So
why don't you come start right away?
I did that, and that's where I've been ever since. It's cool.
I think it's great.
That's my story in it.
I love it. I love what. Well, I want to ask you two things, but I don't want to forget about the music side. If you could tomorrow. Just what music what instrument did you play?
I play guitar.
Guitar, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I wouldn't change if I could do it tomorrow.
Yeah,
I like this a lot, actually.
Oh, good, good. I feel the same way.
There's a weird connection between music and like a lot of rug people are musicians. It's like a weird thing. It's a weird connection.
Well, while you were saying that, talk about random. This is the way my mind works, Ben.
Good. I'd like to shoot
my mind
random.
is very random. When I was growing up, I loved Nirvana.
Oh,
and same. And when Nirvana had their Unplugged video on MTV, right, there was rugs. I remember it so clearly. They had rugs all over the place. I'm assuming for
they're good for sound.
Good for sound.
Yeah.
I remember there was beautiful rugs everywhere, and Kurt Cobain was playing. And I love Nirvana.
That legendary guitar.
The
upside down.
Yeah. No,
I'm also left-handed. So was he.
No way.
Left-handed guitar player.
So what does that mean? That means the left is
my left hand is like the strumming.
The strumming
hand, and the right hand does this.
No kidding. Okay. I went to someone's home recently to do some window treatments, and they had probably about 12, maybe 15 guitars hanging on the wall. Like you could tell how passionate they were.
Cool.
Do you get into that as well, or?
I like sort of my style in general is I like things a little rough around the edges. I don't have a lot of gear. I'm not like, I like my gear like really sort of like crunchy and old and dusty, and I like to have many like I don't know how to describe it. I like to have many cheap gears.
I like that.
Instead of, I don't have like what I have, like my guitar, which is like my like if I have to play a gig or something, which I still do play sometimes.
That's great.
Here and there. My cousins are like really talented musicians. And like we've played in bands for years. And,
that's fun. That's fun. You guys have a good talent. We have a bunch of people in the office that play the I forgot the name of it. Damn it! It was a ukulele.
Yes.
We have two people that play the uke, and there's sneaky talent in the office. And we always said we're going to make a band.
Make a band. We used to have a warehouse band back in the day with my Uncle Jay. Yeah.
Now, I was going to go back to your uncle, Jeff, right?
Yeah, Jeff. I have two uncles. Well, my mom, there was my mom who kind of ran the business. There was my Uncle Jeff whose purview was rugs. He became the main buyer. He was sort of the expert in the product. And my Uncle Jay, who passed away a couple years ago, ran he was like on the carpet end, like the broadloom wall-to-wall carpet. And he was like Colin's teacher, for instance.
Oh, interesting.
So
interesting. Was Uncle Jeff your fun uncle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We his kids are like maybe 15 and 13, and they're like their friends and their cousins call him Uncle Cuckoo.
Uncle Cuckoo.
Yeah, because he's crazy. He's a crazy guy.
Having a good uncle.
They were both. I mean, both of them in their own right.
But I
had cool uncles though.
Yeah, no, that's cool. This is your mom's brothers.
My mom's brothers.
Oh, that's
My
nice.
mom's brothers.
That's nice. No,
And it was all wrapped up in the business. You know?
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
It was.
But that makes going to work fun too, right? When you got cool guys like Colin. I know a handful of people.
Well, Colin is my Uncle Jeff's childhood best friend.
Uncle Jeff's childhood best friend. No way.
Yeah.
So that's how he's
in the business. And they actually married sisters. No way. It's a very incestuous thing.
I love that. Colin is one of the coolest guys.
He's a wicked cool guy.
Oh,
he's
yeah.
the best.
Yeah, I love... I don't see him enough anymore. Every now and then I'll see him randomly.
Yeah, he goes out. He still does. Like, if he needs to, if we're busy, if our measure schedule is getting booked back, like, he'll get out on the road. But
we were talking before we started about... You were talking about your customer service ethos and things like that, and that side of things. Tell me a little bit about that, because I think we operate in very similar ways,
Yeah.
Our customers are everything to us, and
absolutely.
I mean, when occasionally things don't go right, okay, so my dad always says, it's not who made the mistake, it's who fixes it and how fast to fix it, right?
That's absolutely true.
Yeah. And
well, I think if you make a mistake, you have the opportunity to lose a customer, or to gain one for life. Yeah. Like, it's just because that's how potent that can be.
Yeah, yeah.
But I think you're at this. I think we have a similar ethos, which is my thing is I don't like to be transactional.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Like, I think, and that's not me. That's sort of how the business was built, and that's like kind of my grandfather's ethos that trickled down through. But yeah, mistakes happen, and I think putting yourself in the shoes. I think a big thing is listening to people and listening to their frustration.
Yeah.
First.
Yeah.
And foremost. And just, I think going above and beyond to make it right, I think is the most important thing, because there is you want to minimize mistakes as much as you can, but there's like a factual percentage.
Yeah.
And I think it's just really important.
No, fixing it, getting it right. We were talking before how you're on the road as much as I am.
Yes. Road warriors.
Road warriors. I actually love it. I love it.
I do too.
I love being on the road. I listen to things. I listen to music. But my weakness, Ben, is I know where I'm going to go based on where I'm going to be. If I'm in the Salem area.
Okay.
Salem, what's that beautiful town right beyond Salem?
Beverly?
Beverly.
Or like Beverly Farms or Pride's Crossing?
Pride's Crossing.
Crossing.
What's the other one on the water, though?
Manchester?
Manchester by the Sea.
Manchester by the Sea.
There's another one, too. Anyway.
Gloucester?
Not Gloucester, south of there. Anyway.
Nahant?
Maybe Nahant. But whenever I'm
giving you a whole geography lesson here. Like, what town is it?
What state are we in again? Life Alive? Thrive Alive?
Oh, Life Alive is great.
Life Alive.
Life Alive is great.
It's hairy parking over there.
It is. Yep.
But that's one I go to, not treat places, but the place right next to it is that French bakery.
Oh, that's very good.
Yeah, I always go in there. There's always some sort of sweet person working in there. And sometimes I'll buy things and I'll bring them home. But then my wife is like, why did you bring that stuff home? So I'll just eat it myself before I bring it home.
Yeah.
For example, I'll give an example of the type of stuff I do all the time. I had an appointment in Boston. I had to get to Cambridge. I had an hour and a half, right? Mm-hmm. I didn't really eat lunch, so I was like, maybe I should eat some lunch. So I was driving, and I love flour, right? I love flour. I try not to
very good.
I try not to eat their cinnamon bun things, but they're like
delicious.
They're delicious. So
everything there. I've got a tip for you, by the way.
A tip? What's a tip?
Well, this is like a total shameless plug, but next time you're on the North Shore, my best friend owns an insanely good bakery.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, tell me.
It's called Sandpiper. It's in Ipswich.
Oh, you told me about this. You told me about this before. Sandpiper.
Did I?
You started to tell me because we were talking about
very,
baked
very good.
Sandpiper.
She does incredible sandwiches.
Up in Beverly area?
It's in Ipswich.
Oh, Ipswich.
I
love
Ipswich.
On the
North. Oh, Ipswich is
fantastic.
North Shore is.
Yeah.
I love the North Shore. I mean, I like this whole area, but
I stumbled across. So, It's very odd. The Greeks owned a ton of roast beef shops in the North Shore. We don't really have them down here.
Oh, I have the map. I know exactly where it is. Like, because it exists only on the North Shore.
It only exists.
And it's basically inside 93.
Yep.
And if you like follow the coast from Revere up.
Yeah.
And then it's some southern New Hampshire.
Yeah, you're right.
But it's inside 93 and down to, like, if you like drew like a Route 1 93, it goes.
Yeah. You're exactly right. There's like
a Facebook group dedicated to it and an Instagram group. It's a major thing.
I think I was in Beverly Farms and I hit up some place by mistake. I was looking for batteries for something, and I was like, I got to get a sandwich. And I went in and I saw the roast beef, and I said to the guy, I was like, how do I eat this thing? He's like, oh, you got to get it with the sauce, with the mayo.
Three-way.
They call
it, yeah. Cheese sauce, mayo.
This thing was a beast. It was on a beautiful, bulky bun.
Yep.
This was years ago, and I was like, this thing was awesome. Then I took a nap in my car, and then
it's nap food. It's nap food.
Sandpiper in Ipswich.
So you got to check that out because you can get a sandwich and some. It's very similar to Flour. You get a sandwich.
Yeah. So yeah, Flour. You know who has sneaky good coffee, by the way, is Whole Foods.
Whole Foods that's a great place for lunch. And a hot bar is.
Yeah, hot bar. You can.
I'm weird. Like on the road, I'm like. Do you know that episode of Seinfeld where they find George Steinbrenner, like he's working. George is working at the Yankees.
Yes.
And he's like, they find a pizza place that he likes, and he's like, oh, you get that calzone, like
he
gets it like every day, and he's like, I ate lo mein every day for 10. Like I'm like that. Like I like if I find something I like, I will eat it
over and over again.
I know. So it's like
I'm very much like that too. There's a Greek pizza shop up the street here. I love the people that run it. I love them, and I just go in there and I'm always like, hey, I don't want to really eat a whole sub roll today, and they'll make me something. They'll like cook me a steak and cheese, and they'll put it just on it.
Is that where I should go next for lunch?
Yes.
Because I do have to get lunch.
Oh, yeah. I'll tell you where it is. If I have time, I'll go with you, but I think we have another podcast lined up. But I'll tell you where to go. They're great.
Yeah.
They're great. It's kind of on your way back to, you're going to head where from here? You're going to head to Salem,
I actually got to go to Weston.
Oh.
I got to go to somebody's house.
Okay. All right.
I live in Essex, so eventually I will be going.
You will be going up
north.
there. Brianna and I were talking about something. Back to rugs and drapes.
Yeah.
We always talk about the spacing.
That's what you should rename this podcast. We call it Rugs and Drapes.
Rugs and Drapes. Brianna would be a great person to have on as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I know she wanted to come by.
Oh, we should have had her come by.
It's her day off, and she has stuff she has.
Oh, I don't blame her. Yeah, no. But we always talk about how I feel like the border should be at least 6 inches on from the wall or from the baseboard.
Yes, this is a good.
It's an important subject.
So here's your brain works that way. I come from the handmade rug side of things.
Yes. Yeah.
Which is a little bit different because they're coming in pre-made sizes.
Of course.
But I mean, I do both. But I'm always like, if the rug looks right, you make the size work. So if it's too wide, too small, you know. But I agree with you with cut to fit. 6 inches.
6 inches. Yeah. Well, then. There's been so many times where...
it depends on the size of the room, too.
It depends on the size of the room.
But
there'll be times where we get in before you guys do, so we hang the drapes, and then they put the rug in, and the rug is up to the drapes, and all of a sudden the drapes are going like this, and you're like...
Yeah, you're like, ooh.
Yeah, and it's tricky, too, because if you shorten it to the rug, then it's short. It looks short to the floor. So if it's perfect to the rug, it looks too high off the floor.
Shoot.
Yeah, so it's a tricky little...
That is interesting. I never even considered that.
Which... I can imagine how hard it is to get the rug right. So like hemming a pair of drapes is no big deal to me. Sometimes it's 4 pair of drapes, whatever it is.
Can you hem on site?
With the right combination of people, if you have a seamstress and an ironing board.
Same thing. We could trim on site, but
yeah.
It's a lot of work.
I also, who else I forgot about who I love from your shop is the guys that show up. Who are those? They're like a dynamic duo. The guys that show up with the rugs and
spread them out.
Well,
Muhammad is like the classic guy.
He is a legend.
Muhammad is.
He is a legend.
Yeah.
Those guys.
That's like I have to say, like, you have a big staff too.
Yeah,
like that is a very talking about and like interacting with people like on a daily basis and having your like that's like one of the great joys like of this whole thing.
It is.
I think, and like it's stressful too. Like we have about 70 people.
70 people.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it's a lot.
That's twice as much as we have here.
And
That's
sometimes you're like, I wish there was nobody. But
I'll ask you this, Ben, and I'll you and I are the type of people we could do a 7-hour podcast.
I think we could. I was like, what are we talking about? We talked about North Shore roast beef.
We covered all the bases. I'll ask you this. I'll end on this because we got. Well, we don't know when this is going to release, but what's a holiday party like for you guys? Is it with 70 people? Do you guys have to rent out like
a holiday party? We do one. We do a holiday party, and we also do like a company outing every year. We do like usually a kayak trip and a lobster clam bake.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Oh.
But the holiday parties, we usually rent somewhere.
Yeah, you got to have some.
Yeah. Oh no, you know what? Actually, the past couple of years we've done actually just like in Salem.
Oh.
Just like had it catered.
Uh-huh.
And we've done like Landry and Arcari bingo. Or like trivia or something.
Wow.
I don't know. Ask Brianna. She's like big on it. She's like the queen of the.
I bet she's competitive. Yeah.
Brianna?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. She looks like she could.
We play this game where she wraps gifts in saran wrap.
Oh.
Have you ever heard of such a thing?
Yeah. So my mom gets really into our holiday parties. She buys gifts, and then all of a sudden she buys some totally inappropriate gift that's like not right, and then like some guy gets it, and it's like some sort of like.
It's something inappropriate.
Yeah, like some sort of lacy lingerie, and you're like, oh no, he got the lingerie. How could that happen? But Ben, was there anything else you wanted to talk about?
No, I mean, I was just coming to have a conversation because I love you.
I love you too, buddy.
I feel like we talked about a lot of things.
We did.
But
you're one of the
not a lot
people
about business, but maybe that's okay.
That's okay. That's okay. Well, everybody gets to know us a little better and what we like to do.
Yeah, that's cool.
But no, you're one of the people I look forward to seeing. You and I are people.
People.
Yeah, and I like seeing everybody at those events, but you and a handful of others are the ones I really love seeing because
I feel the same way.
We drive and we get to share a laugh, and it's always fun. So I look forward to seeing you at the next one. But thank you for coming down.
Hey, anytime.
And good to have you. Okay.
All right.
All right, buddy. Thank you.